Alright, welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. It looks like Florida has grown real big. Not surprising. That is good to me. I really wish New England would get off its ass and start colonizing, though. I haven't really been doing anything. They got a couple here and there. I guess the problem is I haven't been colonizing for them, and Spain has been colonizing for Florida. It doesn't really matter. I've got my colony, my merchant out of them, so that is perfectly fine by me, right here. So, it's Aragon and New Wales, along with some of the charters, which you can't do a whole lot about, at least for now. So we've got quite a bit of rebuilding and repositioning to do with our troops. And we've got quite a bit of revolts coming up, in the near future at least, with the new colonies. But right now we are flush with money, and we do need to rebuild quite a bit of our troops. Because of consolidating quite a bit of them during the war. And while it does cost a lot more to have these guys going in it, but, you know, if I had actually done what I was considering doing originally and going with administrative, then this would be less of a problem, but it's pretty fine. About 25 more mercenaries. Put us up to a decent amount. I don't know what is up with my mouse. Sometimes it does that. There we go. Apparently I built 26. Whatever. Or I had a guy sitting around before and didn't notice. So, we should also probably see if we took any casualties on our ships. We did lose a couple of heavies. So I'm going to go ham on this. Actually, I don't really care that much. And we'll go up to a full 40. There is a decision if you go up to 50, but I don't really think that's a good idea. I also want to get about 10 more transports. And I'm going to go ahead and spend a bunch of money doing this. Now you notice we have 415 more room there. Alright, let's let that sit until the end of the month. See if our stuff changes. Nope, still good. Fortunately, we didn't get very much in the way of monetary stuff from the Ottomans, because we basically just tore a chunk off of them. Yeah, that's fine. Yes. So, training fields. Let's go with a couple of these. Just gonna build that manpower up. We are 95% finished with France. We have a free diplomat who are working. You know, I think starting to. It's time to start thinking about. Ooh, they're actually allied with somebody. Start thinking about going after these Scandinavian fellows. So go ahead and do that for a minute. It's going about it for 11,000 days. Alright. That was a colony finished. And since I complained about it just a minute ago, we'll go ahead and we'll start building another colony over here. Why not? It'll be ironic if we have a Florida that takes up a lot of the original 13 colonies, and a New England that takes up, well, quite a bit of New England, honestly. But the... well, I guess what would this be? This would be, like, Delaware, Maryland here. It's just like Pennsylvania, I guess. And then, like, the traditional southern states. They're, like, moving into here and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. So I moved troops over here to start thinking about making a Peruvian thing. And I could just build a colony here. And start taking out, like, Cuenca or something. Quito and Cola. So Cola's here. Quito is here. And Muisca is up here. It's interesting. Interesting. It's probably a little wiser just to stay in recovery mode a little bit. Maybe wait until we can get France back under wraps. Alright. So let's reorganize this a little bit. Let's take our transports here. Let's move a bunch of the troops out of there. And we're waiting on one more month to start coring this. Maybe 2. Regional nobles challenge Great Britain. Can crush them. Cornwall. I'm certainly not going to allow that to go through. We land in Cornwall. Yeah, looks like the rebels up here are doing well. Merchants are no longer as trusted. Oh yeah, things are going good. Okay. Now, I do have claims on Sweden, but I don't have really very many troops in the area. That 27 is probably all he has. Alright, let's go back to these ships here. Let's take the heavies. And I think this is where they're going to live for a while. So we'll just mothball them. And you guys... take you, mothball you. Take these guys. And I think now is the time when I can actually start to think about how I want to actually do things a little bit better. Let's go protect things in the English Channel. Take the other half. And we'll have them protect trade in the Lubeck node. Yep. And we'll check to see how much that actually affects our income. Now, just having those ships mothballed is a great increase to our income there. So, these are some more transports. Alright, you are a lot of cannons. Let's build. Wait, Sutherland? What? Hang on. moved on me. Turn the fort on, I guess. Alright. Mercuria? I don't think the noble rebels have any kind of effect that they give if they win. Neas. That's probably the place I'm converting if I had to guess. 11 manpower. Alright. Now, one of the things I probably should do is to call back one of my guys here and then send it to here so that it actually... When is this going to be done here? So that's... I won't have time to send it there. But if I leave it like that, it will be... Okay, diplomatic moves. Oh, we get diplomatic relations +1. That'll give us a little bit of diplo power. Nice. Alright, so this is Portugal's thing. They should have no trouble colonizing the rest of this stuff if we allow that. Really, the thing is we need to leave one province on here open, and we need to make sure that New Northumberland doesn't take too much. If they go after the interior, that's perfectly fine with me. I also need to core this crap. But, I'm going to ignore that for now. This stuff doesn't give much in the way of overextension, so... Yeah. We'll certainly core a few of them when we have the points available to do so. I'll do a few of these cheap ones. Urbanization. So this is something burghers are doing. 10 influence, lose a bunch of money. That's not all of our money, which is okay. Base tax in Holland? I guess it's fine. Only a small portion of our population live in cities. The growing prosperity of the burghers is attracting an increasing number of people from the countryside. Some cities are growing so quickly that the existing problems in terms of sanitation and overcrowding have gone from troubling to catastrophic, according to the burghers. The poor have taken up residence outside the city walls, where the filthy suburbs have sprung up and disease thrives. The burghers find the situation intolerable and are now requesting that the state step in to help in both terms of resources and enforcement of rules outside the walls. Only this way can this increasing urbanization actually lead to something good. Yes. We will spend our money on that. Base tax is always good. When will this be done? January of next year. Hey, fantastic. Alright. So unfortunately, this is the one I just pulled back. You will be done soon, but you don't even have a colonist. Why does it always send me up here? Oh crap. I'd sent the guys over, but I didn't actually land them. Alright. I'll be done eventually. This one I just started. And this one is almost finished. Okay then. Excellent. Excellent. I love to see this. Who's this? Ottoman peasants. There it is. Are you Turkish? I don't care. You're not my Turkish anymore. Sure. Alright, so I have a little bit too much military power right now. We still have 4 years ahead of time. Get new inventory, that'll be awesome. Generals. Let's get another general. Ooh, that guy's really good. Yeah, and then we'll do a little bit of development here, since... whatever. Okay. How are our rebels going? British particularists, Christmas Island and the Cocos Islands. It's probably mostly because they're not cored. Sunni zealots, whatever. Greek separatists. Greek separatists, you say? Akkiinlu separatists. What the hell is that? Blanca, Belgium. Akkiinlu? What? I don't understand. Alright. And again, hopefully the people will leave these open, or, you know, the Ottomans will try to take them again, so that Portugal can grow their colonies over there. What is this? A war with Burgundy, you say? Don't have a truce with Burgundy anymore. And their mission is to conquer Liège. Interestingly enough. Okay. And I'm guessing that is what this war is about. No! No, it's not. Alright, so these guys are slowly regaining their manpower here. I do need more cannons over here. There are probably not many more. I think my transports are done up here. Alright. So, do I have any units that are too large or taking attrition or out of place? These units are not out of place. I understand why they're there. Ah, these. So, I probably should just send another army over, or let Cornwall take care of this stuff. But I think it is getting close to time to start thinking about the other colonial nations left. So we have Peru here. We've got 2 nations in La Plata. We got Breton La Plata doing pretty well. That goes all the way up to here. And they probably will not go much further than that. But they can. We've got California here. And then we've got... and California goes way into this stuff. And then we've got Alaska here. So there's Alaska, California, and Peru. Peru can easily be divided. There's not a problem there at all. We can get one for Spain, we can get one for us, we can get one for Portugal even, maybe, if we got enough coastal provinces to divide it. Yeah, it'll be good. And like I said, I think I'll actually start annexing Brittany as soon as I have the ability to, as soon as France is gone, really. That's not necessarily going to be the best thing to do. Oh, actually, you have a claim here. We'll keep going for the next claim then. That might not actually be the best thing to do in the end, but let's shift consolidate, get rid of these damaged units. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. So, let's start sending these guys over to here to start dealing with some of these uprisings. It's gonna happen soon. I don't need all of these ships, though. We only need enough to take the actual army itself. So you don't need nearly this many cannons. Let's just divide the fleet in half here. And just send half of them. I think 20 will be enough. For this. Whatever kind of layout it chooses to give them. Cat, what are you doing? Alright. Oh, we can do a conversion? Yep. Do that. Ah, we've got another debate in Parliament, which means we lose one of our colonists, sadly. Diplomats. Create officers for noble vassals. Is this the thing that makes it cheaper to do things? There is a thing here. Huh. Is it? Yeah, diplomatic annexation costs. Okay. Okay. Looks like we got some easy options here, too. Yeah. This will instantly, annex France. Did Brabant insult me? Alright. That would have been nice to have earlier, but there's no way I could have timed that well enough, and you can see that it's like a multiplicative thing. Alright, so we have annexed France. Awesome. So what effects did it have? We are pretty much near our limit as far as troops go now. Where are France's troops? They had a 50,000 man army walking around. Now let's find these guys. The Army Royale, I am guessing, is Frenchman. Yep, this is French. And this, I would believe, is Armée de Flanders, so that's also French. Excellent. Good stuff. Actually, let's take these guys. Instead, send them to there. Their positions are fine. How about fleet-wise? We've got some caravels here. They're protecting trade in the Baltic. That's good. I'll send them up to the Baltic as well. Since they're doing nothing. What are you doing? Hiding. Okay. I'm just going to send all of these guys to the Baltic just to group them up, since I didn't really realize that I had guys up there doing that already. Alright, so we've got the fleet, I guess, of Gascony. So let's take these galleys. Since we're going to be doing a lot of fighting in the Mediterranean, I'm not begrudging these galleys their existence. At least not too much. You guys can join up here in a proper fleet. Any other French types names? This is another frigate, so. Alright. Again, into the Baltic. So, excellent, yes. We have a couple of things that we should be doing here, right? We should take stock of our religious situation. We have one province that isn't proper, and we can convert it now, so we should. We also need to make states, right, out of this stuff. So anything that's not a proper state, we will make into a proper state. And this should all be free. It shouldn't cost me anything. Like, I shouldn't have to core any of it, since France should have done the coring for me. There we go. That I'm coring because I'm eventually going to get that from Spain, so it's not that big a deal. Alright, this tanked my diplomatic relations. Or diplomatic reputation, rather. Let's instantly start to annex these guys once I get my diplomat back. Yeah, things are great. How much more intimidating is that, right? Like, having France there was pretty bad, but yes. And, you know, these guys are going to be really annoying because it's hard to tell where my borders end and where theirs begin. That's fine, though. We've got 190 years to deal with that. Alright, I highly doubt this, but does France have any places that are under 10 development? That'd be easier to see here. There. A lot of autonomy here. Alright, let's check our estates here. Where are the things? Okay, so because when you integrate or annex somebody, it gives you 60%. 60% of the autonomy. We'll give you 60% autonomy, right? So let's find all the places that have estuaries. This is 100% autonomy, so I'm not going to bother doing that. We can get rid of this fort. That fort's fine. This fort is fine. Honestly, I'd like to have another fort over here. Maybe in Charlet. Looks a little open to me. Let's build a castle or something here. I can't afford to build a castle because there's no free building slots. Okay. Which is probably why they haven't built one. I could build one in Savoy. Sure. Let's build a castle in Savoy. We don't need a fort in Poitou. Poitou, I don't know how you pronounce that. Let's get rid of it. This one is fine. Actually, it may have been better to not have the fort in Anjou, but that's okay. Why are you walking around making a bunch of noise? Bumping into everything, cat. Alright. In any case, I think that's good for an episode, right? We've got France all done. Let's go ahead and just mothball all the forts and then turn on the ones that we need. So I don't think there's any of them, honestly, right now. So I will see you next time on Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. We'll deal with the rest of this stuff. And, yeah, we will consider what we're going to do with our truces being up. See you next time.